People in India have been commemorating a dark day in both their and British history. Today marks the 100th anniversary of the massacre at Amritsar, when British troops opened fire on peaceful protesters who were demonstrating for greater civil rights. Hundreds of men, women and children were killed in the atrocity, which Churchill described at the time as monstrous. As Sejal Carrier reports, today, for the first time, a British diplomat laid a wreath on the anniversary in their memory.
It was a highly symbolic move on the centenary of one of the worst atrocities of British rule in India, when the UK's envoy to the country, Dominic Asquith, came to pay his respects to the massacre of hundreds of unarmed Indians by British troops. Today there was an expression of regret, but no official apology that so many here are demanding.
It has been debated always in Parliament, including this week. The revulsion that we felt at the time is still strong today. It tarnished the reputation. And we regret, as I say, the suffering, and will continue to do so, the suffering caused. You might want to rewrite history, as the Queen said, but you can't.
This memorial commemorates the lives lost that day in this walled garden in 1919. Men, women and children shot dead by British soldiers who fired indiscriminately at a crowd who'd gathered to celebrate a religious day, in defiance of a ban on large public meetings. It became known as the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. The soldiers only stopped because they ran out of ammunition. England! The massacre was depicted in the film Gandhi. When Brigadier General Reginald Dyer gave the order to shoot, he said to save the British Raj. Instead, this day became a key moment in the history of India's independence movement and the fight against British rule. 100 years on, and the legacy of that day lingers on. Sejal Carrier, ITV News.